Hey guys, welcome. Today we're going to be making a healthy and delicious raw vegan lasagna. So let's get started with the cashew ricotta. So we're going to take 1.5 cups of cashews, add some lemon juice, nutritional yeast, a little bit of black pepper and some sea salt. And then we're going to puree it in the food processor. At this stage, you may need to add a little bit of water in order to get a ricotta-like consistency, but just do it little by little and only if you need it, because you do want this to be fairly thick. So once we have the proper texture, we're going to transfer the cashew cheese to a bowl, and then we're going to mix in some herbs. Today I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of fresh basil, although this recipe is delicious with rosemary, chives, parsley, or almost any kind of fresh herb that you like. Now that the cashew ricotta is all finished, we are going to move on and make our tomato sauce. Start with a little bit of fresh tomato, sun-dried tomato, olive oil, a little bit of sea salt and some herbs. I'm using chives here. A little bit of black pepper, dried garlic, and then we're going to add a little bit of onion powder finally. And then we're going to pulse this until a chunky texture is formed. Now we're going to move on to making our lasagna noodles. So instead of pasta, for this dish we are going to be using thinly sliced zucchini. I'm going to be slicing it on a hand tool called a mandoline slicer, which I'm showing you here. And you can adjust the mandoline slicer to get thicker or thinner slices depending on how you like it. I'm trying to get almost as thin as I can, but yet that still holds together in a nice sheet. And we're going to slice the entire zucchini lengthwise. You can peel the zucchini before doing this step, but I actually like the way a little bit of green peel looks. What I'm doing now is I am spreading out the zucchini slices, and then I'm going to lightly season them with salt, and then I'm going to let them sit for about 15 minutes to kind of draw out some of the moisture and to soften the slices of zucchini. And finally, we're going to prepare 1 large tomato into 1/4 inch slices, and we're going to be putting these in between the layers of the lasagna. So in order to build the lasagna, I'm going to overlap a few slices of the zucchini noodles, and then we're going to add a layer of the chunky marinara, and then we're going to spread some of the prepared cashew cheese on top. And once you have the cheese down, you're going to add a layer of the tomatoes, and then we're going to repeat that whole process all over again. We're going to do a layer of zucchini, a layer of the marinara, then we're going to add some cheese, tomato, and then another layer of the zucchini, and on until it's as high as we like. I'm doing about 3 layers of the zucchini, marinara, and cheese, and finally we're going to be topping it off with some herbs, but I'll show you that at the end. This dish is best when it's assembled right before you're going to serve it. All of the components, the marinara, the cheese, and the fresh zucchini slices will all keep really well in an airtight container in your refrigerator. So this is the final layer before I'm going to serve this dish. I'm topping it with a final layer of cheese, and then I'm going to be garnishing it with some nutritional yeast and some really lovely fresh basil. And there you go. This is how the final dish looks. It's absolutely delicious, and it's perfect in the summertime when you don't feel like turning on your oven. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.